What is up, everybody? Craig Severinson here with Brightworks Training, and we're going to talk about today the secret to consistent growth. So, I feel like in this world we have been indoctrinated into thinking that the formula to consistent growth in your business is more, right? More hustle, more clients, more offers, more work, more, right? We're always trying to get more clients to buy our stuff. And the truth is that that is a losing game. It's a losing game, because as you push to get more, guess what? You start to become unbalanced. Your capacity starts to work against you, and you start to hit roadblocks. This happened to me actually, and it happens all the time to a lot of people, where you are pushing so hard to get more clients that you don't invest in the infrastructure of your business, and you end up hitting your capacity. And when that happens, your business falls apart. For me, what happened to me was I was working and running a multiple six-figure business, and I got up to the point where I was just packed all day long with clients, right? I had really just booked myself solid in terms of clients. And I just was miserable because it was just back-to-back phone calls all the time. And so burnout to me, the falling apart to me looked like this, is where I got to a point where clients' contracts started to become, started to lapse, and I didn't even want to reset them. I didn't even try to sell them into something else because I was just so burnt out. And I watched this business that I had built that had gotten to this really great level as a solo pro go down to the last month where I was just kind of stuck and paralyzed. I was making $500 a month. It just was unsustainable, right? So this more concept always leads to burnout, right? So what we have to do is change that paradigm, flip the script. So instead of chasing more, what I really want to teach you right now, or have you think about, is that the old adage, less is more, is actually true in business growth. So let's compare these. Okay, so we said, the more formula tells you more clients, more clients. The less is more formula will tell you that you need less clients, but more of the right clients and for more money. So less clients overall, but more money. And think about it this way, right? If you could raise your price per customer, your investment per customer, triple it, right? You could work with a third of the numbers of clients you have right now and be making the same amount of money. How would that change your business? If you're working with, a third less people, but for 3 times the rate, so you're making the same amount of money, but you're working with less people, how would that shift the way you approach those clients and the way that you approach your business? My guess is that it would radically transform your service delivery. It would radically transform your marketing. It would change everything for you, right? If you took that approach. So less is more here. Less clients, but for more money and more impact, right? So second one, more hustle, right? The truth is that hustle culture is going to catch up with you, right? An analogy I like to put, maybe you've heard me say this before, is that this hustle culture is like flipping the switch for a light bulb, right? You can hustle as hard as you want, flipping that switch faster, as fast as you want to go. But if the light bulb is burnt out, there's no way that bulb is going to turn on until you take a step back and replace the light bulb. And guess what? Once the bulb is fixed, flip the switch once, it turns on. So it's not always about hustle. And in fact, what I would tell you is that in the less is more kind of approach or method, that you need less hustle and more listening to your ideal clients. So that means you actually have to identify who are your ideal clients, who are your top clients, and you need to listen to what they want. What offers are they looking for? Where do they hang out so that you can refine your marketing? What are the results that they resonate with so that you can really make sure you're providing value to those clients? Less hustle, more listening is the better pathway. Okay, in that more method or way of growth, we want more offers. How many value ladders have you created in your lifetime, right? And how many of them actually worked, right? So more. We always have to have these offers. We have to have these offers. In the less is more model, it's less offers, but more impact. Instead of focusing on, I'm going to build a ton of offers to attract a ton of clients to have all these different levels in my business. You say, no, you know what? I'm going to focus on one core offer to one core audience, and they're going to pay me a premium price to solve really premium problems. And that's going to have an impact on their business. It's going to have an impact on my business. And you refine that, you get that done. Listen, if you got somebody paying you $5,000-$10,000 a year, or per client, you're making that much money, how many clients do you need to reach $1 million? You know, you're talking like 20, 30 clients, and you're approaching a 7-figure business. Can you grow by 10 to 20 clients per year? Yeah, probably. And that's a good enough pace that you can also invest in the infrastructure of your business, so you have that balance in your life as well, right? So it's still rapid growth, but it's not rapid in terms of like tons of clients that overwhelm you and take up all your time, right? So we're still growing quickly, just it's smarter, right? It's smarter. Okay, and the last one we said is more work. More work. You got to do a ton more work. No, and the less is more method or model, it's less work and more balance. Here's the truth, is that if you book yourself back to back to back to back like I did, you're going to have the same fate as me, right? What happened to me? I got burnt out. I didn't have time for family. I didn't have time for friends. I didn't have time for hobby. I didn't want to do anything, right? So I burned all my bridges with my clients, right? I was like, I'm not gonna re-sign anybody. I'm gonna let them all go. But things I didn't mention was that I also, so my family relationships obviously suffered, right? 2, I gained a ton of weight because I didn't have time to take care of myself. I was eating like junk. Like, it just led to a lot of other problems because my life wasn't balanced. I was really unhappy. Even though the money was there, I was unhappy. You as an entrepreneur, you as a business owner, or even you as a boss, if you've got a team, you've got to make sure that you and your team have the balance of being able to work hard and have a really clear vision of what you want to accomplish and passion around that vision. But guess what? Passion for life in general. So that means time for your family, time for your hobbies, time for your friends, time to take care of yourself. You have got to prioritize your health. It is super, super important. You've got to have that balance or you're going to burn out. It is much better. Anyone who's taken a vacation as a business owner will tell you it is much better to go, disconnect, have nothing to do with business for like a whole weekend and come back refreshed and ready to go than it is to go and half-heartedly take off work, be working here and there on the, on the beach or wherever on your phone, you're constantly answering emails. No, you got to disconnect completely, right? You got to take care of yourself so that you are in balance, so that you can really tackle business and get stuff done. So in the less is more model, what are we doing? Less clients, but more money per client. Less hustle and more listening. Less offers, more impact. Less work and more balance, right? Less is more. This is how you grow quickly. It's the secret to growth in your business. Less is more. And how are you going to do that? I want to take a second and just talk about how do you actually implement what we're talking about. And I think the way you do this is kind of unsexy for a lot of people, right? Like, I'm going to say this and I wonder how many people are going to just log off really quickly, right? But it's what I call real-time market research. Now, wait, don't go anywhere. I said the word market research, but don't tune out, because really what we're talking about here is listening to your ideal clients. I think we have it in our head where market research is something that only the big guys can do, right? It's like we're looking up, only the big guys can do it. You got to spend a ton of money to do it, and you've got to have these huge reports, and you got to hire some sort of research firm. No. Sure, the big guys do that. Look, I worked for Disney. I worked for Edelman Public Relations. I worked for these huge companies. I've been a part of research projects. You know what happens with a lot of that research is we get these huge stacks of research, all these stats. You know what happens to them? Placed in a drawer, never looked at again, never implemented. It's a waste of money for most companies to do that type of research. If you need a PhD to sift through all this research and figure out how to apply it, you're doing it wrong. That's not what we're talking about here. And so, but since we think only the big guys can do it, what do? We look down to the only source that we know we can trust, and that's our gut feelings, that's ourselves. And what's the problem with that? What happens if you build your offer in a bubble where it's only you? Well, it's built for you. It's not built for your audience, right? So you're building it in this bubble. You're building your offer. You're building your marketing. You're building your sales. You're building all the stuff that you need to be built around your target audience. but you're doing it based off your gut feel, what you think they're going to like. And those things don't always match up, right? They don't always match up. So what's the solution here? Well, it's somewhere in the middle. Instead of investing a ton of money and a ton of time into like these huge research projects, what I'm going to tell you is focus on your current client roster and have conversations with your top clients every single year and do real-time market research with the people right in front of you. Leverage the clients that you interact with all the time that you love and that pay you well. So that's not all of your clients, right? I am suggesting you need to rank your clients and actually figure out who's your top 20%, who's your bottom 20%. And we're going to focus your business around that top 20%. You build your offer around them. You find out what they value, how they feel value, what they think is valuable. You're going to adjust your services to provide that value. You're going to figure out where they hang out, what messages resonate with them. You're going to tweak your marketing message around them. And you know what? If you start building your offer and your marketing and your sales and your service delivery all around that core audience, guess what? You start attracting more of those people. And that's how we go from this more mentality of I need a ton of clients into I need more of the right kind of clients, less clients overall, more money, more impact, more control, right? And that also is going to streamline and simplify your business so that you can actually build team, you can actually build systems, and you can have that freedom that you started the business in the first place to have. If you are breaking your back every day and not taking vacations, not doing those things that matter in your life, we got to fix that right away. Awesome. So that's what I got for you today, is that you've got to do real-time market research and really embrace that secret to growth, that less is more. Okay, let me know what you think in the comments. Until next time, take some fast focus, imperfect action. I believe in you. I got your back. We'll talk soon. See ya.